some religions more inclined towards violence and extremism? It's a reasonable question, and one that gets asked in the wake of terrorist acts like the recent shooting of Jews in Bondi Beach by gunmen who we now know had an ISIS flag in their home. Often, though, we ask this question when the actors are Islamic or someone different rather than of Christians. But the reality is that all of the world's major religions have been and can be co-opted to violent and extremist ends. Let me give you a few examples. 2 recent articles in the New York Times point out the rise of Hindu nationalism in India, where mob violence has led to the death of Christian and Muslim neighbours as some Hindus want to take back India. Sound familiar? Of course, we know in Islam there are movements like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. But even religions like Buddhism, often associated with peace and gentleness, has its extremist fringe. In Myanmar, violent Buddhist monks lie behind the targeting of the Rohingya Muslim community to devastating effect. And of course, in Christianity, we have many examples we can find of Christian terrorism, such as the Ku Klux Klan, anti-abortion activists who resort to violence to make their point, white supremacy, and we're seeing that rise around the world, its association with Nazism, as well as individual terrorist actors who claim to be Christian while opening fire on mosques, whether it's in Singapore or New Zealand. What these all have in common is a tendency to view the world in very black and white terms, them and us, good and wicked. A fundamentalist or literalistic reading of sacred texts, a sense of being disenfranchised or oppressed by the wider culture, so being powerless and not heard, and in some cases, a nationalistic political agenda. It is these things we need to look out for, whatever religion it's wrapped up in.